Hello and welcome back to another iRacing video. Today I got something new, the Super Formula lights. I just wanted to try it out because the Formula C was on a track that I didn't really like, and I saw this track and I thought I haven't been here for a few years. I guess about 3 or 4 years now. Guess it was last time was on F1 2020 or something, or 2019. So that's a few years back. But as you can see, also in the rain, and that was unexpected because I didn't do any practice at this moment. I've done 2 quali laps. It was a 48 point something, and P1 did a 44. So we have a lot to do in this race, as we are going. Start was pretty good. This guy gets flounced into the air. Managed to avoid it.
Car left.
So really slow into turn 1.
Still there.
Didn't want to crash into somebody or that somebody crashed into me, as there's already a car facing the wrong way.
Clear left.
So we managed to get a few places, but at this moment of time I didn't really knew the lines. So I went completely off the line here. Later in the race and next race you will see some better lines from me. As we are going on the inside of this guy, almost lost it on the inside because there's some standing water over there. Also locking up because you want to be on the inside of the corner there. There's way more grip. As you can see, lots of spray. You can see it quite well, to be honest. If you are like this a little further back, then it's getting harder to see in front of you. So I'm really trying to get an understanding of the track. As the orange car almost lost it there, so that's a free place. But again over here, going on this line, managed to not lock up the front tires there, because it's quite easy to do that on the normal racing line. But we already managed to get a lot of places. So I try to get up the inside for the last corner. Get outside then inside, but I hope he backs off. And he does, he brakes a little earlier than I do. So that's another place gained. Felt really comfortable in the rain. Also this car has loads of grip. So that's really good. Already up to P5 after the first lap. A little bit of oversteer there into turn 1, but nothing major. It also stopped raining, so we will see a drying track from now on. There's a car ahead that spun. There he is, facing the wrong way. That's not what you want to see. But for us it's another place and another free place. As the pace was getting better and better. Already quicker than this guy ahead of us, so that's good. And the guys ahead are not that much further. As I go onto the racing line, normal racing line, the dry line, locking up the tires and needed to cut the track there. We get an off track and a penalty. So that's not really good, but I'm still learning. Maybe it wasn't too smart to do this without any practice, but let's just try and stay on the track from now on. We already catched up with Irating right now, so we can go for a podium here. Trying to get up the inside, but he brakes a little later. Trying to do the old switchback move. Better exit, but needed to back off because otherwise I would have drove into the back of him. So let's try and get a good run, good exit out of here onto the curb. Not a really smart move to do there because it's really slippery. Trying to get up the outside here.
Left side, clear left.
He's a little bit slow through there. So a good exit would give us a chance to make a move into the next corner. So I have a look here,
Car
but
left.
it's
Clear
just too
left
far
side.
back, and he also defends it a
Clear
little bit,
left.
but goes a little bit wide and then cuts across us. We do get contact for that, but luckily no points for it. So again, trying to get the switchback move, a better exit, and right now we are on a straight, and these cars, the slipstream works really good with these
Car
cars.
right.
As you can see already
Still
side by
there.
side, again going for the outside move,
Still there.
hoping he will
Hold your
back
line.
off,
Clear right.
and he does.
Well done, Martin. Good pass.
So
Nice
that's
front. New fastest lap for
P3,
both here. 143.3.
and right now P2 is pretty far ahead of us.
The gap behind has now decreased to 1.1. They're faster than us into
13.4 seconds,
turn
0.7
P3.
seconds. So that's quite a lot of time, but in the rain everything can happen. as we go into the last lap. As you can see already a lap time of 42.0. This race was a really good practice, even though we still managed to be in third place. But coming from a 48 to a 42 is pretty good.
That's your fastest lap
So
today.
I do get a contact with the wall there. Not so smart to go onto the curb, as I already said. But as you can see, the track dried up pretty fast. So you could take the lines a little bit normal dry line. But I did get a good understanding of how this track or how this car works in wet weather. So we can take all the information into the second race. But still, coming from the back of the grid to P3 is really good. Also good for the Irating. But the guys ahead were just too quick for me at this point. Because the P2, he made a 2-second gap bigger. So still, that's not even that bad. So if we qualified on P3, we might have had a chance for P2. As you can see, I was really happy with the result. Let's see if we can keep up this pace in the second race that we will do. But good stuff for this one. As we are now going into the second race, as you can see, really good qualifying, P2. So really good stuff. And we now know what to do in the rain. So let's see what we can do here. The lights are going on. And away we go. P1 has a better start than we do. Starting in the rain is still something I need to improve. But as we go into the second corner, he gets a little wiggle there. So we have a move here, going towards turn 3. He needs to back off because the normal line is not an option to try and get back. So we already managed to get up to P1 and make a little gap here. So that's really good. And if we can just do the 42 lap times, then we might have an easy P1 here and be just as consistent as I can. But still, in some corners like this one, still a little bit tricky for me. Couldn't really find the fastest way through there. But already a gap of 1.5 seconds. And not even on the start finish. We might have lost some time fighting with the other guys. As you can see, are also taking the different lines here, and that's where you gain a lot of time from taking the good lines. Because on the normal line, if you brake too hard, then you will just completely lock up. As you can see, also quite some puddles here on the left and right. Here on the inside, if you go through there, then you will just go straight on. So right now we are trying to make the gap as big as possible, because a mistake is pretty easy to make. as we are now going in the last few laps of the race, making a little mistake into turn 1. But as you can see, P2, he was really quick compared to me. Right now he was doing a 42.3 and I did it, my last lap was a 43.6, so he already gained plus 1 second on the last lap. And check out the relative in the left corner. You can see he already made up 6 tenths just for the first sector. It was about 8 to 9 tenths faster than me in the first sector. So I heard that like every lap from the engineer that he was that I was 0.8 slower in the first sector. Second sector was also about 3-4 tenths slower than he was. So he was really quick. Driving in the 41s as well. So if we wanted to keep this P1, I had to really push on. But he was getting so fast that in my head I was already thinking like, he will overtake me, so let's just keep it on the track, not make stupid moves, because if you spin it, especially in the rain, there's just no chance. Even if it's like in a slow corner, you will just go straight on into the barrier. As you could see, a 41.8 I think it was. I did a 43.1, so that's a lot of time lost. He's already 7 tenths behind us. You can see him through the spray a little bit, but he is closing in really quick. And yeah, from now on I knew what's coming, but I didn't expect the next thing that would happen. If we go towards this corner, it's not my favorite corner, not my best corner. As you can see, he just dives it up into the inside. I saw the last moment, locked up the fronts, just the tires, and needed to go onto the grass. Maybe it wasn't the best move from me. Maybe it was just his braking point and I was just slow through that corner. That's also a possibility, of course. But yeah, well, he probably knew that he was about 2 to 3 seconds quicker than me. So why not just wait for a little bit longer and go, I don't know, into the hairpin, or take me there or on the straight. Because if I didn't see him in the top mirror, then we probably would have crashed. But going into the last lap, as you can see, he did help me with improving my time. So we did a 41.9, and he's not driving away from us. So that's a good point for me. I could look how he would take the lines and where he braked, but he was still quicker than that I was. But still doing, helping me out with a little bit of improvement. You always need to look at your opponents. If they are quicker, just look at them, try to stay as close as possible. Even though if you think that you are way slower than them, just try to stay as close as possible and copy what they do. And maybe if you just try it yourself, try to brake a little bit later or take a little bit of a different line, you can actually improve your own lap time as well. So even though we didn't get P1, if he doesn't make a mistake in the last corner, of course, and it is quite easy because a lot of champions have driven into the wall, but he doesn't. But still, P2, I do actually. I made a big mistake there. Such a stupid move as well, because that was just not necessary. But
Well done, Martin.
Still
Great
good
drive.
stuff.
That's a podium.
Still P2, so really happy with that. Even though we could have been P1 if my lap times were a little bit quicker. But 41's earlier than we might have took P1, but that's after the race. And if that guy didn't overtake us, then I would probably still drive 42s as a standard. But yeah, in the end, still a good result. Still a lot of Irating gained. As we of course lost quite a lot in the last 2 weeks. But we are now back at the same levels, back at 2200 Irating and 2.5 safety rating or something. That one is still a little bit low, but yeah, that is just what it is. Just stay out of problems as much as possible. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.